So this project began with a series of bracelets that I made in Mexico with an artisan from Tlamacazapa, Guerrero. It's a small town that still does a lot of weaving. They do a lot of palm weaving, and now they do these bracelets with your name that you can have made in different colors, and they sell this mainly to a tourist population. But they've been weaving in this town since pre-Hispanic times, and there are old codices where you can see all the woven tribute that they would pay to the Aztec Empire. And so it's one of the few towns where they still have a really strong craft weaving tradition. And now they subsist by selling bracelets and baskets to tourists. And I developed this relationship with this artisan. He was employing me as much as I was employing him, because he would come with me asking me for more work when he needed money. And so I would start compiling names of designers, historical designers and contemporary ones, small labels and huge and haute couture labels, commercial labels. And so we developed a series of like 300 bracelets, and with those then I started abstracting them further. So for these pieces I began juxtaposing them on top of hand-woven fabric and separating the colors into two colors for the silk screening process, which made the bracelet integrate into the pattern of the weaving itself. So in this case, the weaving is a Guatemalan ikat hand-woven fabric, and I chose a Louis Vuitton bracelet for a couple reasons. One being that in today's culture, Louis Vuitton represents a brand that is one of the highest marks of luxury and of the social class. It's also really popular right now in marketing. They have a huge marketing campaign using photographers and celebrities. And so I thought it was interesting also because Juan Flores, the weaver who made these, was so unfamiliar with this brand because it's so completely unattainable and it's just not relevant at all to him and his community and his lifestyle, that he didn't even know how it was spelled or didn't recognize where it came from, and ended up making a typo at the moment of weaving it. And this turned it back to being like what we call in Mexico pirateria, pirating, which is taking a famous brand and changing the spelling a little bit so that you don't go into copyright infringement, and selling it usually made out of very cheap materials and made in China and sweatshops and at the lowest cost. And here, these are all handmade, unique pieces that have taken a lot of work and creativity and aesthetic judgment. And so by putting them together and simplifying them, I wanted to maintain that tension between these cultural signifiers.